Hi, welcome back again to see me, Ajahn Thira. Today we are going to move on to this unit, Unit 4, as you can see, useful online communication skills. Okay, so what are the learning outcomes? The learning outcomes for this unit are: first, you'll be motivated to speak or interact in online classes. Second, you will know how to interact with your classmates or your friends from different departments or faculties. Third, you will be able to express your body language, facial expressions through online programs. And fourth, you will be able to understand the importance of interactions or participation when you join the breakout room or study in class. Okay, here the outline for today covers: first, why should we interact in class? And second, how to interact in class. Third, what are appropriate body language or facial expressions in online communication? And fourth, what are benefits of joining breakout rooms and participating in class? Okay, here, this is the first one. Think about this question in your mind, answer in your mind. Why should we interact? Actually, we need to think about this social interaction, that the interaction in class can be called as social interaction. There are some examples of social interaction in class, such as discussing, negotiating, and debating. And these help build up online environment. So look at this. What is online environment and why should we interact? Actually, according to Locke 2002, which is a researcher, Locke has proposed that there are 4 cornerstones for the development and maintenance of online learning communities. There are: first, communication; second, collaboration in the green circle; next, participation in the blue circle; and last, interaction, which is the one that I'm going to focus today. So we're gonna know why should we interact. So focus on interaction. Okay, so actually, to interact in class, it's very important to learn about netiquette. Okay, so netiquette is related to network etiquette or internet etiquette. So it is netiquette. And is it linked to social etiquette? Okay. Well, when mentioning about netiquette, mentioning about this word, there are major components to have netiquette. First, interact with friends and lecturer. Second, express proper body language, nonverbal language, and facial expressions. And last, don't forget to join breakout rooms and participate in breakout rooms. Try to speak. Don't be so quiet, okay? All right, let's take a look at this. These are simple steps to interact. Okay, here let's focus on simple step to interact. The very most important step is this one: unmute your microphone first. Okay, as you can see, how to unmute right here. Look at that. Try not to do like this. Try to do like this. Okay, press the button, unmute your microphone, turn on the camera. And then focus on this. These are simple steps to interact. After unmuting your microphone, try to have conversation starters. Then keep the conversation going, and then take your conversation to a deeper level. This is way to have conversation starters. Let's start with some killer conversation openers. Instead of just ask the standard question like, where are you from and what do you do? You can ask, tell me about you. This is a great one because it invites the other person to tell you something that they want to share. If they want to tell you about their department, they can. If they want to tell you about their life, they can. Working on anything exciting lately? This is the alternative to say, what do you do? Okay. Next, what personal passion project are you working on right now? So you can talk to your friends about their personal passion project so they can share more about their backgrounds. Next, what was the highlight of your day today? What was the highlight of your week or your month? This is a great one to ask instead of the standard question like, how are you or how's going? It helps people to share a positive story about themselves. Okay. All right. Next, keep the conversation going. You also can ask other alternative questions. For example, if you had to pick any character in a book, movie, or TV show, who is most similar to you, or who would you choose? Why? Or why did you decide to work on that project? So your friend can talk more about the project. And here, take your conversation to a deeper level. You also can ask, what would you think about this part of the lessons? Working on any new assignments of this class? Or how would you describe this term, vocabulary, this lesson? And last, what was the highlight of the class today? Here, how to express body language and facial expressions. There are two main tips. First, you can turn on your camera and show your body language. Second, if not, use the emoticon function. Okay, so let's take a look at this. You need to unmute your microphone and then turn on your camera. But if you don't want to, you can use the emoticon functions. Okay, so here I'm gonna show you how to use the emoticon function via the Zoom video that I captured for you. As you can see, I turn on the camera. Then I click here, emoticon button, and then that's crying. This is heart, love, like you love this lesson, okay? And think about this, the screen body language. As you can see, the Zoom video will highlight all your body language if you turn on the camera. Then screen body language is very useful for you to react when turning on the camera. Okay, so I would like to talk about the screen body language in this section. So here, let's take a look at the tips for improving on-screen body language. There are 7 Zoom tips for better body language. Okay, first, make constant eye contact. Second, sit back so people can see your complete gestures. Third, smile and nod. Fourth, sit straight and lean slightly toward the screen. 5, avoid touching your face. 6, mirror the other person's body language. And 7, use unclustered background. Okay, let's take a look at this is called clustered background. We don't use this because it may distract the audiences. So what you should do is that you should use this kind of unclustered background because it's more simple and also it's like minimal, simpler and minimal, this one. How about next? Let's zoom into each tip carefully. First, make constant eye contact. So position your eyes at the same horizontal level as the camera. Okay, and do not look down or look away or read other things. Second, about sitting. Sit back so people can see your complete gestures. If you know TED Talks, most viral TED Talk speakers use an average of about 465 hand gestures, like this, for about 400 times. So make sure your top torso, like this, is positioned in the center, okay? And pay attention to whether your hands often stretch beyond the screen or not. About the third one, smile and nod. Nod like this. Actually, it's much harder to express focused attention on screen. So signal your presence and that you are listening by smiling and nodding nodding along. You can nod like this, okay? And next, 4, sit straight and lean slightly toward the screen. Sinking in your chair can make you seem unenergetic, so use an open posture. When people meet in person, leaning towards the speaker can express interest. So you want to reduce the movement there. So try to lean like this, do like this. And 5, avoid touching your faces. Actually, it's best to avoid fiddling with your hair or touching your mouth or nose. Okay, so if you want to establish a connection with the other person on Zoom, mirror his or her talking pace, posture, and body language, as well as the tone of voice. Okay. 6. Okay. Mirror the other person's body language. Mirroring is a powerful tool that we use to bond and build connection and understanding with one another. And also it means that you pay attention to your interlocutors or the listeners, okay? And the last tip is use an unclustered background. As I told you earlier that when you use the background, try to use the minimal one, simple one, because a sloppy background can make you seem disorganized or careless, okay? And here, these are the questions that I would like to ask you to check your understanding. The first one is that, how many tips for improving on-screen body language? A, 6. B, 7. C, 8. You still remember how many tips? Okay, you can pause this video and go back to watch the video again. So the question has the answer, which is B, 7 tips right here. Okay, look at this. Okay, how about this? Which one is not a cornerstone or the component of online learning environment? A, communication. B, collaboration. C, determination. Which one? A, B, or C? Which is not? Okay, is this C, determination? But we have communication and collaboration as one of the 4 cornerstones of online communication skills and learning environment. Okay, so what have we learned for today? We've learned about body language, background, emoticon functions, and also you know about useful online communication skills. I would like you guys to make use of all we have learned for today for your classroom, especially your online classes. For today, thank you so much. Goodbye and good luck. See you in the next unit. Bye.